The presidential primary of the All Progressive Congress APC that was concluded on Wednesday afternoon has elicited a mixed grill for the winner, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, perhaps his followers from the southwest and other parts of the country. The exercise was an indication of how much stake his camp held in the Nigerian project, while for the aspirant of the southwest, who lost to him, and indeed the entire southeast region, the two-day exercise was a reminder that the alleged marginalization and injustices against the zone still persisted. According to sources, the presidential primary was one that zone had hoped would be used to address several years of marginalization. This is because, as a party, the APC regarded itself as the symbol of justice and fairness, saying it distanced itself from politics of its rival, People's Democratic Party (PDP). Despite the poor support it received from the zone, APC showed signs that it was ready to work with the Southeast when it took over a lot of the infrastructural projects which the PDP was unable to address in the region in its 16 years of presidency. Although these gestures were not demonstrated in the appointments, which the zone had complained were skewed against it, President Muhammadu Buhari, however, raised hope that the party was out to favor the zone when he visited some of the states in the southeast. During his visit to Owerri, Imo State, he reassured of his determination to continue to address imbalances that the region had suffered. He also made a commitment to change the narrative when he played host to a delegation of Igbo leaders in the Aso Rock Villa, Abuja. The president's two-day working visit to Ebonyi State last month provided opportunity for Igbo leaders to meet and even present their request for an Igbo president in 2023. Further hopes were raised with the resignation of such Igbo ministers as Dr. Ogbonaya Onu from the Ministry of Science and Technology and Chief Emeka Nwanjoba from the Ministry of Education to contest the number one office. These hopes were further accentuated when presidential aspirants from the northern part of the country met a few days before the primary of the party to announce their withdrawal from the exercise in support of a power shift to the south in accordance with the rotation clause in the constitution of the party. But the outcome of the exercise showed that not only were the appeals from the zone for the party to cede its presidential ticket to the region a non-issue, the way and manner delegates voted for aspirants from the region further indicated that they had not done enough to convince members of the party from other regions. Efforts by aspirants from the region that participated in the presidential primary ended on shabby notes as they garnered votes that were jointly aggregated were far below the votes Tinubu secured to win the election. While Tinubu pulled 1,271 votes of the over 2,000 votes cast by delegates, the votes by the five Igbo contestants put together was 40. In this order: Ebonyi State, Dave Umahi 38, Ogbonaya 1, Emeka Nwanjoba 1, Rochas Okorocha and Ikiobasi Mokelu 0. Since the exercise ended, what has dominated discussions in several public places is how much Igbo has been relegated and not reckoned as an integral part of the Nigerian project. It has also brought with it angry reactions among the people, while many had taken to various social media platforms to either condemn or describe politicians from other segments of the country as lacking in conscience. Others insisted that the outcome of the exercise was a strong signal that the future of the Southeast zone in the country remains a bleak one. It will be recalled that the PDP, which the zone supported for about 16 years earlier, dashed its hopes when it jettisoned its rotational clause to throw its ticket open. The development, which the Southeast saw as betrayal since it was its turn, prepared several minds that the APC was out to correct the anomaly. Although the Southeast has not been fully entrenched into the APC, sources, however, stated that it had hoped to realize the presidency of the country using the platform following its sublime belief that power will no longer return to the north after Buhari's 8 years, and as well as the unwritten rotation mantra that had seen power move between the north and south. The zone had believed that when these factors come into play and the APC eventually moved power to the south, it will automatically fall on the stakeholders of the southeast in the spirit of justice, equity, and fairness, as the region remains the only zone in southern Nigeria that has not tasted the presidency of the country. To buttress their conviction that APC would give them an opportunity to fly its flag, the zone, which had given 5% vote to the party in 2015 general election, gave 25% votes to the party during the 2019 general elections, a development that accounted for Buhari's victory. There were also moments of certain politicians, such as Umahi, former governor of Abia State, Orji Uzor Kalu, and former Senate President Ken Nnamani, among others from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to the APC. In fact, Umahi, who won his second-term ticket as governor on the platform of the PDP in 2019, had dumped the party for APC to enable him pursue a presidency of Southeast extraction through the party APC in 2023. He had abandoned his role as chairman of Southeast Governors Forum to embrace the APC on the guise that Igbo presidency was not feasible with the PDP, as well as his love for President Buhari. He had told his guest on February 7, 2021 as governor, "My only boss is my wife, and President Muhammadu Buhari is the overall boss of all. If you were brought up well, you will know that you don't have to insult an elder and your boss. The president deserves our respect and support because he means well for all Nigerians and the country. When I was in the PDP, all the governors got support from the president to strengthen their states. This is a man that has respect for every governor, a man who never sent anybody against his enemy. He deserves our respect and support. Without the support of the president, it would have been terrible for governors. He never showed party inclination in helping the states he had," said. Few days after he made his departure from the PDP, known to the public on November 17, 2020, the governor has said that he wanted to be a mantra that could be sacrificed to achieve the much sought Igbo presidency. "I have to lead a protest against the marginalization of the Igbos by PDP, and I don't have to consult anybody to lead such a protest. I don't want PDP to collapse in the southeast, but it can collapse itself in the zone if it does not heed the people's advice to entrench justice, fairness, and equity. The PDP should be bold to declare its stand on zoning of the presidency to the southeast, and if it cannot, should tell us why we are not capable of holding such a position but will come for our vote during elections," he said. Speaking to The Guardian on this development, former governor of Anambra State, Dr. Chukwuemeka Eziefe, insisted that there was more to it than meets the eyes. Eziefe noted that the outcome of the primaries of the two leading political parties seriously signposted that Igbos are not wanted in Nigeria. "It shows lack of conscience by the two political parties that an integral part of the country is not considered good enough to lead the rest of the country. Who says the Igbo have not contributed to the development of Nigeria? Has any other tribe done much better than we have done? We have a presence everywhere in Nigeria. We do businesses. We live everywhere. We set up permanent structures. Yet there are those who believe that it is not enough. It is sad, but we will still not give up," he stated. Insisting that the future and survival of Indigbo was now in their hands, he stated that time had come for strategic thinking so as to give our children and children's children a deserving future. "Everyone is acting as if Indigbos are the problem, but we shall see how far this conspiracy can go."